buzz. Killing me. All right. Oh, jeez. That was close. Hold on. We got to go hit up this 24. Bang. Bang. 24 seconds on the clock. 87.56. Currently, this is our stamp chart. A little bit different than our MEX or our Coinbase chart. So that's all right. No big deal. Still on daily here, so this was the level that we needed to break, 83.88 technically speaking. On this chart, we needed to break 83.90. We did today, very good. So we'll talk about that in just 1 second once we close it out. And there we go, closed out. Snow, good morning, perfect day. Yes, it is a perfect day. I love green candles. All right, well, these are white. But they're green too. That's fine. Wow, you are fast. Miguel, you got to be like, you got to beat Snow to the chase. That's not an easy thing to do. All right, here we go. So again, this is the stamp chart, not the Coinbase or the MEX chart. So it's okay though. Don't worry. Those charts are just fine. Just want to take a look at this one right now so I get the weekly up. And here's what we got. Opened at 80.66. We had a high of 88.02. All right. We had a low of 78.88, so $1,000 range. Closed it out at 87.33 for a positive gain of 8.29% for a total of $668. Pretty awesome, right? Yes, of course. Everybody likes awesome things. So that broke our level that we needed to break. This guy right here in 84.76, and I'll show you in just 1 second what that level actually means. Well, there you go. That's an 823 going all the way back from the last big dip, but we'll talk about that another day. So for now, let's talk about the weekly candle because we just closed that one out. And again, that's why we're on the stamp chart. So for a weekly, here's what we got. Opened up at 81.93. We had a high of 88.02. That just happened today. We had a low of 74.68. We closed it out at 87.33, which we just talked about. So for the week, we got 533 up plus 6.5%. So what does that mean? It means everything that we just got, we got off that last candle. That's what that means. It means you had 6 days of this. All right, and then the last day kicked into gear right here. Push came to shove, and Bitcoin came through. So an important level nonetheless. We are finally over just that one breaking point. 85 was a psychological level and a very important level. One, because it was this guy right here. We needed to get up over that. That was 82.11, but we needed to close above it, which we weren't able to do last week. So this week we did 84.87. Very nice. Like lightning, evening all. All right, Snow, no problem. Yeah, so we were able to push up over this, so that is what makes it an important level. If we judge by our weekly, the next important level is going to be this one right here. So the high on this candle is 99.48. That's going to be the next real target area that we're going to have to watch out for. So that being said, we can still take a look at our support levels down here. This is an easy area where we could possibly retrace to 80.76. Ballpark figure coming all the way back down to 58. So these are all, important things to look at. But check this out. For the weekly, right, we did finally get a cross right here. Okay. So the slate, that's our 100. Slate, 100. So we did finally get across both our EMA and our MA on the low side, right? Our fast one's over at 7, crossed up over. So very nice. We also got a cross on our 13 and 55. That's right here. So another good cross. That's what we like to see. So these crosses, as far as MAs are concerned, are all, you know, bullish crosses. These are lagging indicators, and this is a weekly chart, so everything's lagged out, you know, exponentially even more so than it was, let's say you were looking at this on like an hourly chart or something. So still a big deal, and still an indication that we do like to see. Now, I do want to point out test, right? Right up on that 7 EMA, that's that pink one here. So for EMAs, right, 7, pink, okay? So as far as that's concerned, don't be, you know, throwing everything out the window and saying, you know, it's all over if you see 7,300. All right. A retest down to this level to find support is no big deal. We do it all the time. Now, it looks like a catastrophic jump from here, 87 all the way down to 73, but trust me, it is very doable. It is very possible, and I don't want to say that it's likely, but just take a look at how the 7 EMA works and take a look at how often it is touched. All right? It is hit more often than it is not hit, so just keep that in the back of your heads and trade safely. All right, so that takes care of the weekly, and that takes care of the daily. What's next? Well, you do want to look at these levels over here, right, that we just crossed over. That's that 84.85 zone. Your next level is this guy right up here. All right, so 99.48. That's what we're looking at. 99.48 to the high side. To the low side, we already talked about 73, which is fine. Would not be a big deal. 75 on the daily would actually bring you to a test of the, what is that, the 55? No, the 21 day. Yeah, so that would be on the 21. So on the daily, we do have a 55 cross. We do have a 21 cross, and we had our EMA cross our MA. So that's good too. All that is good. We're still within trend, right? We're still in trend from 31.21 or whatever it was on Bitstamp. Our low on Stamp was 31.94. All right, so we're still within trend, even with our swing fail. Push up, higher high, low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And now our, well, you could still say higher high, higher low, but that's a little dramatic. And anyway, you're still in trend. Trend is good. That's what we like. So we are in trend. There's no reason to fight it. Just a matter of getting entries and exits. All right. Yeah. Good. I got some coffee. Anyway, how is everybody? Everybody good? MACD crossover on the monthly chart too. Bully, what's up, Bully? Morning Snow and Tron USD. Let's go. Yeah, so we got, what do we got? BCH and Tron. All right. Let me go back to that monthly. Monthly indicator, MACD, huh? Let's see what the default MACD is saying. Not seeing anything for monthly. I don't see the crossover there, Bully. I mean, this happened like forever ago, but we don't have the bullish cross yet. You would need that blue to cross up over. Right, that hasn't happened yet. We don't have convergence yet, right? These haven't actually converged. You're still to the downside. You've been working up for the last, since February, you've been working up, right? So that is an indication of our 1, 2, 3, 4. But no, I'm not seeing. Yeah, I'm not seeing the crossover, bully. Not yet. Close. Close, but not yet. Almost. Almost. When I look at long time frame charts for Bitcoin, I'm usually on stamp for the history. All right, because it's just, they just have, you know, far more history than, well, anybody. Why do I feel like I have very little history on here? It's July 2011. We're good. We're good. I set it to 3 month, just in case you were like, what the hell is going on here? No, there's your month. Bang, bang. Just like that. Boom, boom. All good. Do we have any good crossovers on the monthly? Yeah, but this is old news. We still want that orange back up. We did just get our 70 MA, although I don't really use that on a monthly, but we did just cross that over. So that's cool, I guess. But yeah, in any event, that's what we got. Oh, you mean it's about to happen? Yeah, about to. Let's talk about to for 1 second here. Look at that. Bang, bang. All right, that's the only problem with indicators like this. Like, look, like it'll show you right here. You'd be like, yeah, it's about to. Right? Look at that. Right? The orange line coming down. Blue line curving up. And then like two magnets, right? They just repel each other. All the way over here. Then you got, 2 more weeks of just downward pressure. So it looks like they're about to, but that just doesn't mean they're gonna. And even if they do, it don't mean that they're not gonna come right back. Just like that. But it is, nonetheless, it is still an indicator, something to look at. So good job keeping your eyes open. It's always good. Let's clean this thing up for a minute. Let's get all this crap out of here. All right. So what are you yelling at me about? BCH. Everybody wants Bitcoin Cash, huh? All right, let's talk about it. BCH, ABC, USDT on Binance. Are we on Binance? Yeah, we're on Binance. Okay. Here we go. Not much to talk about. Old news, everybody. Old news. We talked about this yesterday for far too long. But now we're creeping on the top of the cautionary zone there. So we cross over today. You know what I keep telling somebody, I forget who it was. But the idea would be, if you're looking to play this, right, swing it down to a 1 hour or 4 hour. Get the cross, close above, right? So now you got a failed attempt right here. So don't worry about that right now. What you're looking for is a cross up, close above, come back, retest, buy. Okay? Now we could see, let's say it does that. All right? Here's what I want you to be careful of. Let's say it does do that. It does that. And just a small move, nothing too crazy. It comes down. And, boom, it goes up again. All right, that's awesome, right? Now, if you're trading the hourly and you're looking at the hourly, that's cool. Now you go over to the 4 hour and what happens? You don't see that. What you see is this. You just see a candle. Right? Why? Because that trading happened within the one. That's why. All right? Because that retest happened within the one. So just be cognizant of time frames, what you're looking at, and what you're looking to get out of it. Right? On a daily chart, you might just see this. But then a week later, you might see this. You know what I'm saying? You might get that retest, a week, 2 weeks down the road. All right? You might never get the retest. It might just look like this. Why is that? Well, we just talked about it with the 1 and the 4. Because that big retest that you were expecting could have happened inside of this candle. Right? I think I did a breakdown a while ago, but I'll do it real quick for you right now. All right, so let's just do this. And not that you guys need this, but we're going to do it anyway. All right, so we just closed that candle out, so I'm not worried about it. Let's do this. Inside of this box, represents what? Just this. Inside this box represents what? One 24-hour period candle. That's it. All right, now break that down. Slide it into the 12, and what do you got? All right, now you got to move this a little bit. Like that. So just in the box, what do you got? All right, 2 candles. Bang, 6. What do you got? All right, how many make up that candle? So now we'll go on the edges here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, that's wrong. So boom. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the same candle. That's that same 24-hour candle. 4. All right, now you should have 6 candles. Of course, this thing just keeps moving. Bang. Bang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah! Like that. All right. So all of these represent just that one candle. And again, you go down and down and down and down and down. And now, you're going to have 24 candles all represent that one candle. One candle. All right. But the idea behind that is just be aware that you could be sitting up here waiting for this pullback this whole time. It never happens. It did happen. It happened on the hourly. You just missed it. All right. So anyway, back to BCH. There's nothing new here. Push up above, come down, buy it, push up, cautionary period. Be careful. If you are super cautious, then you're not waiting until we break this level. All right, you break that level, and then that would be your long level. All right. Otherwise, if you're playing a little bit risky, then this zone right in here is the risk zone. So you'd be talking like from here to here is like a risky 4.5%. All right. I'm not going to tell you to buy it. I'm not going to tell you not to buy it. I'm just going to tell you that that's a risky period. If you're going to fail, right, it'll typically fail within that zone. What? Because you still haven't crossed over your swing fail. This is your swing fail, right? You still haven't crossed it, right? You're just pushing at the top. So with the market being what the market is and based off of yesterday's candle, momentum should be on our side. You do have a symmetrical triangle coming off the back end of an uptrend with declining volume. All things are pointing to this thing going up, right? I mean, that's how we would look at this. If you're looking for a measured move on the upside, right, then you could, if you really wanted to, do something like this. Put that over there, drag this over here and say, all right, well, I'm expecting 619. All right, you going to get it? Nobody knows. Nobody has that answer. All right. But the 4.5% in here is the riskier 4.5%. All right. Just like this. Boom, 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 boom. And then what happens? Like a massive dump. Right? Did anybody see that coming after all of these big ones? Sure. Because people expect pullbacks. Pullback to where? Previous structure highs. How many times did we talk about that? Bang, bang, bang. Right here. Previous structure. Tested. All right? So these things can happen. You just can't get that tunnel vision. That's all. All right, so BCH. Oh, what was the other one, Snow? What the hell is this? Nobody changed my layout? Get out of here. Tron? I think Tron, right? Tron. If it's not Tron, just let me know. All right, so Tron, huh? Jeez. Okay. We're still working our way up from this parallel channel. A bit of a cup and handle over here. Little cuppy, a little handly. More so like this. A bigger cup and handle. This was a massive cup and handle. Failed on the handle. Bled in right to another cup and handle. Almost a double bottom. Pretty close. Then pushed up. Made a good move. Found resistance on this old trend. So let's see if this trend is important or not. Yeah, it is. All right, so I think we talked about this yesterday, right? We talked about flips. I believe so. Support, failed, flipped, resistance. So what am I looking at for Tron? Well, for Tron, I need to close up above over this trend line, right? Probably come back for a retest to properly flip it back to support. And then I'm looking at more resistance at 34.40, but long short term. So again, same thing, right? You look at this on like the hourly and just see what's shaking. All right, so we can already see we failed, right? Closed up above, came down for the retest, failed, didn't find support, flipped it back, found resistance again. This is why you don't take that first one, right? You want to make sure it actually is support. So now what do you got to do? Now you got to do this. Now you got to cross this line. All right, so you gave yourself a new target, 31.90. It looks like it's approaching it right now, but again, it still needs to push up, right? Now you expect it again to push down, find support, properly flip it, and then go long. So look how long that could take. See this flip? Big push down, big push down, big push down. You're all the way down here at 27.28. You still didn't go back to retest it. So what happens? You go all the way down, dropped it down to 27.01, and you did come all the way back up 29. You even pushed to 30.27 just to get confirmation that this is now resistance. Now I know it closed above and then pushed back below. This is a false break. Why is it a false break? Because candles are almost the same in body. For what you gained, you lost immediately. It's kind of like a false break. All right. It's not like this. This is one large candle up with a proper pullback. This is the kind of test you want. A clean break with a pullback, retesting it. Flip, test support, you're good to long. All right. Clean break. Came all the way back, false break, cleared a short. All right, so that's what you're looking for over here. Same deal. All right, so this is similar to a false break. Bodies are almost identical, right? Just as far as actual overall moves are considered, right? This is 2.3, 1.9, and it's close enough in my book, right? So again, if anything, this is resistance. Why? Because of this candle right here. You had a good push up, you found resistance, push back down, bears win the fight. This is a clean break. Now you're on the hourly charts, you got 36 minutes to go. So if you're super impatient, you could go down to the 30 minute or the 15 minute. But guess what you're doing now? Now you're scalping. All right, so decide what kind of trader you want to be first. Or you know, you're going to have to develop some form of patience to let these play out. But as far as I'm concerned right now, yeah, as far as Tron is, that's the deal, right? I'm looking at that trend. I'm looking for a flip. We get the flip. Now we clear 3190 and, cleared long it up to, 3440 and start taking measures as we approach two things. One, the top of this channel, which we've been riding in and respecting for quite some time outside of this big old blip down here. But you can see if you shorted up all the tops and longed all the bottoms, you would have been pretty successful overall as far as this channel is concerned. We have yet to break out of it on the top side. All right, yet to break out and hold it. And we have broke down on the bottom side right here. Big break, big dump. Came back, found resistance, proper flip of the channel, push back again, clean break, retest, push up, push down. So again, top, bottom. So you could do top, bottom all day long or all week long or all month long with something like this until it's invalidated, right? And it's not invalidated yet. We're still very much within our channel. Now we're just playing this flip. All right? So there you go. Tron. BTC moving up to 88. Let's take a look. All right, let's go back to our good old-fashioned MEX chart here. Oh, geez, what a mess. Okay. Don't mind all the scribbles. It's all good. All right, so what do we got here? 89.15 on MEX. Killing it. Killing it. Very nice. So you can see clean break over here. Now this is a swing fail. So what happened? Cautionary period on the swing fail, blasted right through it. That's great. You don't have to come back and retest this structure just yet. Chances are we will at some point. Probably not on this candle. I would imagine we would do, a move, and then a big dump, flash dump, all the way back down to 8,400. Everybody, shits their pants and everything's good because we're just retesting structure. So it's all good. All right. Still a very real possibility of coming back down and retesting these zones down here, but that remains to be seen. So that level and this level. I know, disgusting. There we go. So these levels down here and these levels over here. So you can see, this is considered a test, I guess. I mean, trading happened. We are on the daily, so we swing down to like a 4. Again, it's not really a good test. Hourly, nope, not good. 30, nope. 15, no. It's more like a flash crash than anything else, right? So it's not a proper test. All right, we could check the 5. Anything under a 5, and I stop looking at that point. Okay, that's good. Legitimate trading. All right, so legit trading, quick buyback. That's all. Legit trading, quick buyback. So it was properly tested. That's good. You got to expect with Bitcoin, especially at levels that are extremely interesting, you're going to get quick buybacks. Because it's just so liquid. You got orders everywhere. Everywhere. But yeah, this looks fine. This looks fine. Yeah. So nothing changes on my end. Let's see. The MEX level, if you are so inclined, 99.70 is what you're looking for. 99.70. Right here. That candle is your swing high before the low. Swing high before creeping down to 57. This guy. It's the next target area. All right, major target. You crush this one, closed above it, all is well, unless it turns into a false break. False break meaning that like we lose, basically everything that we gained in this candle and then some. Then you have a false break similar to this right here. And then you would have a false break. Or bearish engulfing, right? Bearish engulfing on crypto, we don't include wicks. Don't include wicks. Bodies only. Bodies only. When you have a 24/7 market, you have to change your candle patterns a little bit. And descriptions change a little bit. I don't think there's anything formally written. I think people just make up their own stuff, and I'm no exception. So I make up some of my own candles based off of it being crypto. And that's kind of what you have to do, right? So Forex is similar, except they do close on a weekend. So they get, abandoned babies and all that jazz. We don't really get that unless it's a horrific coin on, like a 1 minute chart. You'll have gaps everywhere, but you don't really get a whole lot of that in crypto, especially not in T10, T20 coins. No way, Jose. All right, BTC moving to 88. Yep. It's already there. 89.05. Miguel, what is your thoughts on Elliott wave theory? Oh, it's a great question. Elliott waves. Well, look, I'm going to put it to you this way. If you've spent the time to learn it properly and it works for you, that's awesome. It really is. But Elliott waves, in my opinion, require a lot of time invested in really understanding 2 things, 3 things, 4 things, so many things. You have to understand impulse, right? You have to understand what an impulse move is. You have to understand support resistance. You have to understand Fibonacci extensions, retracements and pullbacks, and Gann theory. Time and time theory and how it works in trading. All that being said, if you do fully appreciate and understand those concepts, then Elliott wave theory is a practical way for people to successfully trade. I think what turns some people off to Elliott waves, well, there's a few things. One, if you watch an Elliott wave trader who isn't fully disciplined in Elliott wave, you'll notice something that's it's irritating to watch as a trader. So let me just go to just any. Geez, there's just way too much crap on here. Give me a chart. Bet. Sure. All right, so what you'll notice is something like this. What do we got? Daily chart out? Yeah, great. All right, so someone will pop over here and they'll be like, yeah, Elliott, let's just do a simple 1, 2, 3. So they'll say, okay, well, that's our 0 line, that's our 1, right? That's our 2, that's our 3, right? And then, that's your 4, that's your higher high, right? And then they'd be like, all right, well, then, it's got to be higher than 3, so 5, right? This is already invalid according to Elliott wave theory because 3 needs to be your longest wave, right? Your 0 to 1 can't be your longer wave. 3's got to be your longest wave. So if 3 is not your longest wave, which right now it's not, then you have a problem. So what you'll see people do is this. It's not fine. I fixed it. Yeah, 3's the longest. Okay, but that's not it's not what you originally had. Oh yeah, no. I had it down here because that was the low and yada yada yada. But now that 3 is already painted, I could just go ahead and move it like that. Oh, Okay, all right. So then, how'd you get your target over here? All right. Well, based off of the length of 3, and it can't be, 5 can't be lower than 3, so it has to be higher. And then, you got to go within, a certain trend and certain time period. Then, that I just like put it over here. Okay, and then when it's not there, they'll just move it. And then they'll move it again and again and again and again, and then it'll be over here, and then it'll be over here, and then and then next thing you know, they're like, oh, well, actually, what happened was 5 was here, and then we got a 1, 2, 3 correction. So let me go get my 1, 2, 3 over here. No, we had an ABC correction, so it'd be like, yeah, it just did that. Like, yeah, you remember when it did that, right? Yeah, it just did that, and then that started our next cycle of our next 5. Whatever the hell's, and then yada yada yada. So it's like this. It's like watching almost like a con artist in Vegas, just like taking your money. Because it's just constantly changing. It's not like other theories or other trading styles where, look, if I do this. Right, I just say, look, here's our bottom, right, and here's our top. Or just do this, bang. Right? There's our bottom, there's our top. Right, that's it. I'm not going to change any of these. It doesn't mean I'm going to be right. It doesn't mean I'm going to be wrong. But I'm not going to adjust anything. These are just here now. That's it. The bottom is the bottom. The top is the top. That's it. That means a 232 is a 23%, 382 is a 38% loss off our all-time high. That's all that means. This line dictates that we're 38% below our all-time high. What you will see is this. You'll see body moves. All right? Body instead of wicks. And that's fine. You can use these any way you want. I flip them, right? I do this. All right? And then I do this. And I say, bang, look at that. Hey, look, our all-time high was a 3618 off of that pullback move. What's my next overall long target? 423.5. Right? What happens till we get there? Well, we got a swing fail. What does that mean? It means I'm short until we cross the line. Right? It's not like, I don't know. I could talk about Elliott waves and theory for days. But to be 100%, I am not educated enough on Elliott waves to promote or decline it. I'm a learner. I'm a student for life. So I will eventually learn it. And I may love it. I may hate it the more I know about it. I do love fibs and I do love Gann. So I love time theory and I love Fibonacci as far as, support and resistance and potential targets are concerned. All right. And I love Gann theory as far as time association with a chart when big breaks should happen, may happen, can happen, that type of thing. I love that stuff. I think it's super, super, super interesting. But I've seen more, I don't want to say bad. I've just not had great experience watching other traders use Elliott wave. But there are cats out there. I've seen them in other markets that are fantastic. I think there's a few floating around crypto that are really, really, really educated on the subject matter, and that's awesome. And I wish all traders the best of luck, every one of them. So if that's their cup of tea, then that's their cup of tea, and that's fantastic. You know what I mean? I'll never shit on anyone's method, right? Even if it's just, you do this. What do you got? Let's say you just do the Williams, right? And that's all you play. And that's how you get your targets, your entries, your stop losses. Go ahead. That's great. That's awesome. All right? What if you just did a simple MA 720 strat? Bang. You could play this all day long on every chart, across the board, on every time frame, as long as you want. Right? And that's sweet. Let me show you. All right, so your EMA right here, right? 7. White. 7 EMA. Your MA right here, 20. That's the red. Okay? So 7, red is 20. What does that mean? It just means you cross, you buy. That's it. As long as price is above the 7, right? And the 7 is above the 20, you're long. Otherwise, you're short. That's all it is. It's one of the easiest strategies in the world. It's very simple entry and exits. And, it works. What is the downfall? You're not going to catch the bottoms, and you're not going to catch the tops. Right? But what do we always say, right? Here's our market. And what do we care about? And what do I care about? What do you care about? The 80% in the middle. Don't care about the top, don't care about the bottom. Right? Let me trade the 80% in the middle and make the money. So you can see, like right here, is a kind of a bad example because there's not a lot of history. Well, let's just put it on the forum. We have a little bit more history or fake pretend history that we can look at here. So let's look at that big ride up, right? So coming over here, right, you got your cross. You would have bought right here at 28.15. You would have pushed it all the way up. You got your cross, your exit cross over here, so 30.32. All right, so 28 to 30. Right? It's still a gain. It's a win. It's this. It's 28 to 30. It's an 8% win. If you took it all the way to the top, it would have been a 17. And if you bought it down at the bottom, it would have been 29. So you got a third of what it did, but nobody got that bottom and nobody got that top. I highly doubt. All right, but some people probably got very close. All right, but anyway, then you crossed again, bang. So you would have rebought at 30.71, and you would have stayed in this trade until either two things happen. All right? The more conservative traders stay in the trade until the cross. So you would have gotten in here at 30.74. You would have got out here. Oh, where are we at here? 41.54. All right, that's great. Or the ones who like to play on the edge and get out a little sooner, or try to be a little bit more predictive, they would have bought right here, 30.74, closed below 7. They would have sold right here. When that candle closed, they would have sold 34.78. And then they would have missed this because they would have bought back right here. Close of that candle, 36.58. Now, some people do a confirmation, meaning that you got to get a close and a confirmation candle in that direction. So let me find an example of that. You're coming down, close, no, because that closed above. All right, right here. So you came down, you closed, confirmation candle. But what happened on the confirmation candle? You came all the way down to your 20 anyway. You closed below the 20. So you would have been completely out of that trade. And then what happened very soon after? You got the crossover, so you would have been out of the trade. Now you're starting to go a little sideways here. And what happens? Now you have to pay a little bit closer attention to not only the cross, but is the candle above the 7? Right? If your price action isn't happening above that 7, you don't care about it anyway. So this would have been a losing trade, right? Right here you would have bought. You got the cross. Candles up over. Right? So you would have bought this. Pushed up. You'd probably still be in the trade. Pushed down, and now you would have closed it. So probably like a break even. Unless you waited for the cross, and then here you would have lost. Or you would have lost just a little bit. But again, there's no strategy you're going to win 100%. Should be no strategy where you lose 100%. But anyway, the idea is that it is nice, right? It is nice, especially if you just did something like this. You know, you're like a long-term investor. Well, of course, there's not enough history here, but so let's go back to 24. If you're a long-term investor, this is great. This knocks you out of the nasty stuff. So right here, you're in the trade, you're in the trade, you're in the trade, you're in the trade, you're in the trade. Right here, you get out. So what did you save yourself? You got out at 37.87. You bought back at 36.51. All right? So you sold it higher than your rebuy, and you didn't have to suffer down to 27.55. It also means you didn't get an entry at 27.55. You know what I'm saying? And then you push back up over here, and then right here looks like you got another cross, so you would have been out of this trade, and that would have been a losing trade. So right here, you bought at 30, what the hell is that? 36, 34, and you would have sold it here, 35.43. So this would have been a losing trade. All right? It's not 100%. But it's easy, and again, going back to why I brought this up, I'm not going to knock anybody for any trading style. See, you got me talking about Elliott waves. Now I'm just completely talking about nothing. Oh boy! All right. So anyway, let me look at these comments real quick. All right. Whoa! Hey, what did I miss? So the gap in the CME at 7150 never closed from last week. Just something to keep in mind for any further pullbacks. Yeah. Marcos, that means we're going to see it, buddy. It's a subjective tool. If you want to follow Elliott Wave, just follow Smart Contractor. I don't think Wave 4 can go below the height of Wave 1 or it becomes redundant. So I've read. Correct daily wave count must observe 3 rules. Wave 2 never retraces more than 100%. Wave 1, Wave 3 cannot be the shortest of the 3 impulse waves, namely waves 1, 3, 5. Wave 4 does not overlap the present territory. Wave 1 is temporary. ETH, Mr. K, thank you. I appreciate that. I didn't want to talk about Elliott waves. That was somebody else's. Miguel. I'm blaming Miguel. All fingers are pointing at Miguel. No. Ask any question you want. That's what we're here for. We talk crypto. And we drink coffee. And, try to make some money in the process. All right, so what are we looking at? ETH. Yeah, I knew I was missing out on something here. All right, so Ethereum. Hey, look at that. All right. So anyway, we talked about. Did I not delete all of this yesterday? How is it back? I did delete all this yesterday, right? You guys did see that? I know I did. Oh, don't worry. New computer. One of these days, it's gonna happen. All right. This is invalidated. I think we talked about that yesterday, right? It's exhausted, even though it happened at the apex. Doesn't count. So you can still count it as a bull pennant, which is fine. So a bull pennant, which we drew out over here, which is still this guy right here. So yeah, we'll just move that over. And that's what we're looking at. Right? Easy. Look at that TA. Done. Finish. 372.29. You heard it here first. Da-da-da-da-da. Sell it there. No, so ETH had a good run, just like Bitcoin. Not a surprise. They do still follow each other pretty well. This was a really good candle, though, for ETH. $14 on ETH is great. If we follow this pattern as a bull pennant, then yeah, I really wasn't joking about that line. That line it would be a measured move from the pole through the pattern. Jeez, so much crap. I swear I deleted all this yesterday. Maybe it was a different chart. This is if it broke to the downside, right? We would have rebought right here. That didn't happen. Let's not confuse anybody. All right, so again, if we're going to use this pole and use this as a bull pennant, right, then you just take the measurement of the pole, copy it. What the hell? Copy the pole. Oh my goodness. Copy the pole. Jeez. And just slide it over. All right. So we already have a historical level over here. I will show you. Right here. Here. So this is the weekly chart. Right? We push this down. This is our historical support resistance level. It is also our 236 from our all-time high. All right, all-time high, all-time low on the tether chart, 236. Right? How much do we love the 236? We super love the 236. So super loving the 236 and getting back to the 236 and having confluence in a support resistance that's very close to it makes me extremely happy. So from 372 to 401 is winner material. Winner material. Yeah. I don't have a clever name for that. It just is what it is. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that move. And I will be looking for that move until it is invalidated. All right? So, two things to mention here. All right? This is our swing fail break. We are in a cautionary period until we break 279. Okay? So, no different than any other chart. All right? We're just in this zone of scariness. Okay? So, if you're a riskier trader, then you are looking for this initial 12%. And if you're a more conservative trader, then you are looking for 32%. All right? But you can get that 12 plus that 32 and then net yourself 44 if, things go according to plan. Expect resistance at 290.02. Well, forget the 2, just 290. I would expect some resistance. Probably have a mental barrier somewhere around 3. I think that makes sense. 350 ballpark. But here's the deal, right? We're still within trend and we're still very much hinged to Bitcoin. So, that being said, if we are going to break it down, I still expect this. All right? This is now going to be a long-term trend, whether you like it or not. This trend could have further implications. All right, well, I'm just going to leave it there. And we could come back and revisit this trend for sure. If Bitcoin dumps, more than likely Ethereum will dump. Ethereum dumps, then we need to look at support levels on the way down. Support levels would be this trend line because this pattern, not that the pattern is exhausted, but it is. This is how a pattern should break, between 50 and 75%. That's a break. All right, that's correct. Not that it's correct. It's beautiful, is what it is. So that being said, then you got to start looking at support levels, and then you can start bringing this line back up because that could, for sure be a potential. This line up top here, so these levels around 255, that could easily be revisited. If we were taking the swing fail line, You have another leg of support coming down here, so that would be a proper flip. I mean, you got 1,000 things, all right? But the overall long-term picture, big-time picture, what I'm looking for is a move to 372 on the short side, 401 on the high side, pull profits in the 32% range. All right. Okay. ETH, EOS, and LTC. Oh, jeez. Wow. The three-banger. ETH, EOS. EOS. All right. EOS is banging its head on the swing fail line right here. All right. So, again, cautionary period, right? We got our swing fail right here. We had our high, we had our fail, swing fail, broke up, pushed up, clean break, came down just a little bit, pushed back up again, failed it once, currently failing it again. So this is our cautionary period, right? We're looking for a close up and over, well, basically right where we're at, like 6.9, a little bit higher. 6.92, I guess. Is that this? What the hell's going on here? Why can I not see that level? 6.9288. Oh, it's like hidden. What? No, it's just not there. What the anarchy! I don't know. Don't worry about it though. It's fine. I should have a level there. It's not there, so I'm not gonna worry about it. All right, but that level also confluence with our 382. We already got our 236. Why? Because we just said how much we love our 236, right? So 236, all-time high, all-time low, swung back. We got a full retrace, 23% from the all-time high. Bang! 236 is a winner. Next stop shop, 382. 382 is confluence with our 2618 off of our pullback. Bang, 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 bang. So everything's a winner right here. We are looking to get over this level, close up and above, get back into a new flip, which is this guy right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Want a proper flip and retest. We do have to deal with this channel in here. So we do want to make sure that when we get up to channel area, we can say to ourselves, like, okay, you know, we might have resistance here. Onward and upward, because we are looking at eventually getting to the 5, which is confluence with our 423. 423 gets us somewhere around $8.07. EOS also does have FA news coming out shortly. I think in the next week. I don't remember when that conference thing in DC is supposed to be, but whatever. They're supposed to have some talks, and they're going to say some things, and they're going to have a lot of words, and those words are probably going to make the coin pump. But like everything else in crypto, you know, you buy the rumor, sell the news. So you buy, up into the news, and then you sell. All right. So we could very easily see something like, and then come back and, you know, find support on our channel. All right. So that is EOS. So what did we do? ETH, EOS, and LTC. All right. LTC. Okay. Litecoin. Oh, Bitcoin's little brother. All right, so what do we got for Litecoin? We got a broadening wedge, very slightly, but nonetheless, still a broad. What is with this? Why is this here? Why am I looking at this? I don't know what's happening. Huh. Interesting. Well, I would think we're a bit exhausted here. I mean, we already hit the 4.2 pretty easily. Don't mind me. I'm just thinking. All right, so we came up. Swing fail, broke clean, higher high, higher low, found support on the 1.6, came up, smashed our 2.6, resistance back to the 1.6, 1.6 back to the 2.6, push up for the 3.6, 3.6 back to the 2.6, back up to the 3.6, consolidated for, call it 2 weeks, Clean break over to 4-2. 4-2 smashed up out of the broadening wedge. Came back for a retest. Pushed back up. Swing fail again. Swing fail again. Pushed all the way back down. Back into our channel. Channel push. Ended up finding support. So a retest on the 4-2. Found support. Pushed up. Up. Struggled a bit. 1, 2, 3. 3 struggle candles over to swing. Swing candle push us up. Okay. Got ourselves a break. False break back on the outside. That's why we drew this parallel here. So a new channel to ride. All right. Starting to make sense. Sorry, I had to rethink what the hell I did here. False break to the top, came back, found support on our flipped line here. So this was flip resistance into support. Failed again, pushed back. Now we're back into our channel. Channel high, channel low. Push back, resistance, flip to support, support up, and we're broken up over our initial swing fail. Swing fail came down for a retest. So now we have a new high and a new higher high. So we're back within trend, both local and not global, but both local and long. So we're good. We're good. We're in trend. We're still in our long. Everything's fine. And now we're looking to repeat this type of trading. All right, few days up, pull back. Few days up, pull back. Few days up, pull back. All right, except you don't want to pull back. That's a double bottom. That's disgusting. All right, so now we can clear this line. We can clear this line. Don't need any of those. We'll keep our parallel channel here for now. We can get rid of this line. We'll keep this as our high, right? That's our break. Chances are we're going to come back and retest that line. Get rid of this for now. All right, we'll just clean it up a little bit. So now what we're looking at, our new trend is going to tell us how we're reacting. So let's take a look at something here. What about Litecoin? All right, so look, we got to see how it behaves. You go bottom, top, right here. Just quickly, just bang, bang. Just see where the low came in. So you made a big move up, right, and you pulled back. Where'd you pull back to? 709. All right, that's fine. So another big move right here. All right, so I'm looking at this candle and this bottom. I think I did this yesterday. Anyway, so this candle, all right, this pullback to the 5. So I have a 7 and I have a 5, right? Now I go from that bottom to that top and I look at that pullback, which is going to be dramatic. So here's that top. And here's that bottom. And what do we got? Lower than the 886. Not good at all. Not good. And then we had a swing fail. And then we can't measure this one yet because that candle's not done. All right, so now the bigger picture is this. That's our current local top as far as we know, unless this candle goes higher. And we can see the larger move. If we did come back, right, come all the way back to the 618, you'd be looking at like a triple bottom over here, like a 1, 2, 3. So it'd be like a 4-banger. All right, so not exactly what we want to be looking at. So then you take a look at a few more things, right? Push up, come down, right, back to the meat. Push up, come down, right back to the meat. Push up, come down, structure high, push up, come down, structure bottom, body, push up, come down, that's the fail, double bottom. You had a push up and a down in the same candle, structure. So imagine push up, come down, back to structure. So that's that blue line right there. So now if you want targets, all right, we could do this. All right. You can see right now we just hit our 3618 target. Right here. All right. So again, you would have been in this move you know, you would have let the first one play it out with the pullback, right? You would have bought the next bottom. You would have bought this guy right here. So if you bought that guy right there, then you would have been looking for the 1.6, which you easily got, the 2.6, which you easily got, the 3.6, which you just got after all of this pain, but you did get it nonetheless, and the 4.2 is what you're looking at now. So 118.74 is what I'm looking at. All right, so there you have it. And here's what I would do for Litecoin. There's a bunch of different ways you could play this, but let me see something. Tell you what, it ain't too bad. It ain't too bad at all. Yeah, I like that even more now. 118.79. 118. You like that, right? A little doubles over there. 118.79. All right. Oh boy, it's 9 o'clock. You can tell. All right, so that's what I got on Litecoin. I'm not here for the facts. I'm here for the moonshots. The moonshots. Let's see. Oh, Litecoin, Bitcoin that whole time? I was on the wrong chart? What? No, the sound was always there. I was thinking. I know. It's one of the few times I stopped and I was thinking. That's why I brought it to the hourly. I was on the 24 and I was looking at it and I didn't. Yeah, I like this move right here. You know, I can't talk every second. You know, you got to let me catch my breath. So this move right here. So look at these candles, right? So this move and then this, right? So you had a long shadow to the bottom, long shadow to the top, but you had a monster body, right? You still came down, right? You had the little pullback right here, right? So you had a nice move up, right? A little spinning top. So you added to what we made right here. And then again, you had a nice dump. So that dump took this whole candle away. So that's what I was looking at. That's why I wasn't talking. I was thinking. So I saw the ABCD. But it's difficult to see on the daily because it just looks like a mess. So I brought it down to the hourly, and I was like, all right, well, let me get a better idea on the actual move, and it's good. So the actual move for an ABCD on here actually brings us in confluence to our 118 line, which is our 423, and you can put this anywhere in that just general vicinity, right? And so that's what I was just thinking, man. It's cool. Jeez. All right. So anyway, that whole time I was on the wrong freaking chart. So thanks for nothing. Litecoin, Bitcoin. All right. That's the pair you want. Fine. Let's take a look. All right. So Litecoin, Bitcoin. Definitely going to trade a little bit different than USDT. Let's get that back down on the bottom here. And let's push this up to our top. All right. So Litecoin, Bitcoin for the move. We're definitely still in a much larger swing fail. over here. All right, and we do have our low, our high, our higher low. So we do have this is on our side. Although as unpretty as it may be, it's still there. Okay, so now what are we looking at? The overall move, the big move, got us down to 618 support. 618 support held, pushed up to the 5. 5 failed, pushed back down to 618. Now we're attempting our 1, 2, 3, our third attempt at the 5. So, can we break it this time? Are we chipping away at glass? Well, big move up, hesitation spinning top, another hesitation spinning top. This is basically a doji. So confidence is weaker now. Now, if you came up, you had a spinning top, and then you had another big move, I'm on board. You come up a spinning top, any candles next, but then you had a doji over here. Long wick, long shadow, both sides. Not a lot of confidence in the next move. I would think the next move is going to come down. Let's say to 1294. Right? So this is going to be a level to look for support. Right? You lose it. And, 618 is your obvious level to come back to. Will trend hold? I don't know. That's a good question. Thank you for asking. You're welcome. Let's see. Let's take a look at that trend real quick. Interesting. Look at that. Bang, 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 bang. Crazy. Crazy, I tell you. Huh. Very interesting. Okay. Right. So will trend hold? Maybe. Possibly. Probably not. Yeah. All right. So resistance on the 5 is key here. All right. Pushing over 12944 is certainly key. This is your first target for more support. If we do push down, with a fail and a fail and a fail, you would expect that you're going to come down. That's just what it looks like. Sorry, I don't want to break anybody's hearts. This is the first stop. If that fails, your next stop, and if that fails, your third stop. All right. And that being said, you're not even out of the woods until here. Okay? So, like, this whole zone has held before. But overall target area would probably be, like, down here by 709. All right? That being said, there's no reason why the next stop can't be the 382. I mean, that's the next obvious move, right? Next obvious move is up here. 382. All right, but right now you're struggling. And you're struggling to get over that 5. The last time you tried the 5, on the downside, took 1, 2, 3. On the 4th attempt, you broke support. You broke support. You flipped it. This is attempt number 1. Attempt number 2. Attempt number 3 to break resistance. Not saying the rule of 3 applies if there is a rule of 3, but I'm not saying that because it took 3 over here and then smash, it's going to take 3 up here and then smash. But I just want you to be aware that right now that is your current resistance. 12,944 is your resistance. You break that, and it should be fairly smooth sailing up to the 382, which is 14,362, which should be fairly good. 10%. It's fantastic. All right. So there's not a whole lot. It doesn't look like, at least, doesn't look like there's a whole lot in Litecoin BTC pairing that's going to get in the way besides Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin being Bitcoin is probably the only thing that's going to mess this trade up. But you have to get there first. And like anything else, you know, now that you see these wicks go down to the 4 and see if you ever had an opportunity, right? Fail, 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 fail. Go to the 1. And this is what you have to watch out for, right? The 1 for this pairing is too much resolution. You would have got stuck right here. Closed up above, came down, you would have failed, you know, holding that support line. So that, I guess you would have been okay. Close up above, came down again, failed. So you didn't get faked out on either one of these. But look at this consolidation, though. Right? This is great. This is like just taking a spring and just like coiling it up. This is great. So it's just like the more it consolidates, right? The more orders that are being placed on the short side up top for these guys, and the more orders down below that are being placed for these guys, these little wick guys. So you're just stacking orders. So what does that mean? It means that when it does finally break out, it's like, right? Because it just has all these accumulated orders, and it just like smashes through. So yeah, we're down on the hourly chart, but that's a nice consolidation period. That's great. It's really good. You know, and on the hourly, you can see a slight trend. Higher high, higher high, higher high. So the attempts are getting higher. You're still getting rejected at the overall level. But you are getting one lower attempt over here. You got this low guy, and then this is actually lower. More of a false break than anything else, but nonetheless, still trading. All right. Volume, kind of crap during the middle of this body. Kind of crap. Broke up again for the false break. Big push. Not enough steam. All energy was used here, and the bulls failed to maintain. So that's a big fail on the bull part. But one guy was willing to, you know, throw his wallet at the TV and see what happens. Just nobody else joined him. If everybody else got on board, you'd be at the 382. But this poor guy, you know, started the slow clap all by himself and nobody joined in, so he felt like an asshole, so he just stopped and sold. And everybody else did too. All right? So that's what we're looking at. That's what we're looking at. Bang. Bang, 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 bang. All right? All those candles represent 4 candles, or at least the wicks of a few candles. All right, so there's your Litecoin BTC. All right, I hope you're happy. What am I most bullish on? Bar? What? Bar BTC? What are you most bullish on? Am I reading that wrong? What are you saying? Bar? I don't know. I don't know. Bat? Did you mean Bat BTC? What am I most bullish on? Bat or BTC? I don't know what you're... Tell me, man. Excluding BTC. What am I most bullish on excluding BTC? Like short term, I would just go over to the scanner and just see what's shaking. So like short term, daily, I'll tell you what I'm bullish on when I see the trend. So I mean, Tron, 18%, chilling around the 20. Long term, strong trend. Double trend up on the low, 1530. Sideways, slightly bullish on the 5 and the 1. LTC. Litecoin, Tether. 16 up, 20 down. Strong uptrend. Everything except for the 5, which means, you know, if this goes pink, you got yourself a little opportunity to catch yourself the pullback, buy in, and ride the trend. Yeah, so if I were to answer your question right now, just based off of trend and nothing else, I would have to pull the charts up, but I think we did look at Tron and Litecoin. So, yeah, Tron and Litecoin. Tron, Litecoin, short term. BTT. Solid. Right, from 30 all the way up to 6. Strong uptrend. Not enough data for the daily. Right, sideways, slightly bullish. 24% up in the last 24 hours. Only pulled back 11%. Yeah. There's some good stuff. Even POA. Right, POA had a 95% move up on the ETH pair. It's already lost up 70%. So just on the 24 chart, right, it's creeping up to the 782, 786. It just failed the 618 over at BTC. But this is a good indication, right, of something reversing. Let's take a look. Let's go POA. So terrible, 477. We're going to have to go ETH. POA ETH. Let's take a look, and then we'll call it a day. Oh, it had to be a freaking wick. Had to be a wick, didn't you? I guess overall, really not bad. Let me take a look here. Is it crap? Well, yes and no. Yes and no. So, here's one of the very few times I'll allow a giant wick and consider it trading. Look at this. Look at the nothing. Look at the size of these candles. All right. 0. 0. 0.5. 1.32. I mean, it's all crap. No volume. Giant candle. Super giant candle. Giant wick. But now, volume coming back. Candle size coming back. All right. But also similar to a pump and dump. Why? Because you got one big giant move up, and then, you know, you've lost how much? Too much. All right, and you've already attempted the second attempt, and swing fail. So you have to be super careful on something like this. But that being said, now that we've already have it up, let's see, we are respecting some levels. I don't know why we don't have anything on this chart. It seems bizarre. Seems really bizarre. All right. So anyway, we had a nice ranged out area right here. Very good. Broke to the downside. Downside came up. Finally pushed back up. Right, 1 attempt fail, 2 attempt fail, push up again, fail, and now again, we're failing again, all right? So, all things considered, if you want to work your way back into range, expect to have to push up into range, come back down, retest it, solidify this new level as support, which is an old level. 1, 2, 3 times held, 4 times held as support. So if you want to properly flip this back, you're going to need to close up above, push back down, solidify it now as support, and then you could do your range to range trading from here, which would be, you know, basically just this and this and this and this. All right. And you could more or less do that until it's invalid. Yeah, so it pushes up, close up above. Now you're playing the breakout play. And again, because we love it so, you'd be looking for 236 for a stop. It's not perfect, but just, you know, bear with me for a second. Let me zoom in here. Close enough. All right, so you'd be looking at target area of 38 to 33 upon breakout of range. And, you know, you can work this, you know, you can work this any way you want. That might be a little bit more realistic. Based off of body height, that could just be attempts at failure attempts, failure attempts, failure attempts. You do see a breakout and close, come down with a retest, but then the next candle failed. This range is okay. I like this level here. Came down for support right here. This would have been nice. A little bit higher would have been nice for support right here. I guess we can bring it up just a notch. Like that. All right, anyway, it's not perfect. It's fine. It's totally fine. We do have a swing fail over here. Something to keep an eye out on. It's going to take forever. Okay. So it's just an idea, something to look at, you know, as you start getting into that zone. Things to look out for within range as we creep in there. But yeah, so there you go. There's just an idea. All right. Let's see. Poe was a pump and dump group. I mean, it may be. I don't know. Not judging by the look of it. You got a lot of legit trading. Just as far as candles are concerned, pump and dump, like, so you'll see a lot of this, right? You'll see, like, the massive spike, right, and then the 100% loss. So you got that right there. Massive spike, but then you pulled down, you found support, sideways trading, swing fail, pushed up, made a new higher high. So that's why this would not be a pump and jump. Push back up again. This is legit trading. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days in order to work it up. Swing fail to the low side, and now we created a range. Range trading, range, drop below range, and now pushing back up to range. When you see a pump and dump, like, trust me, you'll notice it. I wish, can't remember that one example I had. I used it in one of the webinar videos. But it was classic. I mean, it was like, you know, like a monster spike, 110% loss. Monster spike, 110% loss. Like that was classic pump and dump. This is just a shit coin. I mean, I don't know how to put it nicely. It's just a coin with very low trading volume with low market cap. You know, it may be a good project. It may not be a good project. I haven't done my FA on this. It could be a pump and dump, but that's not what the chart says. Not what the chart says. The chart says otherwise. So, if you can make money on it, make money on it. If you don't, stay the hell away from it. Oh, man. Wall banger, what up? Have I looked at Myth? I have not looked at Myth. Sis has the pump. Let's take a look. Yeah, if I can remember, like, the super good example I had. Yeah, what did I do? Oh, jeez. Come on. Stop it. Let's see. No. I mean, outside of that one candle, but, nah, that's not what I'm thinking of. Not what I'm thinking of. All right, let's do, we will, Mr. K, thanks as always. You are very welcome. Yeah, we'll take a look at Myth and then we'll wrap it up because I got some things to do. Let's see. Myth. You want Tether? Or you want Bitcoin? There's like no history here. There you go. Cup and handle. Bang. With handle. Boom, boom. Look at that. There you go. Wall banger just for you. There you go. Easy peasy. Mac and cheesy. You want your targets? There you go. There's your... Look, we just broke the neck. And bang. There you go. I got a target for you, buddy. 40% profit. 76.47. I heard it here first. Oh, you want BTC? You know what? Just gave you a dope target, and you're like, screw you, buddy. All right, Myth, BTC. All right, so what do we got? Myth. Good old myth roll. All right, so... What happened over here? I see. We haven't been on this chart since back over here. We made a new lower low, huh? Well, ain't that sad and confusing? What do we got? 448. 448. All right. So, we had ourselves a bit of a parallel channel here. Broke to the downside. Tested, got a retest, but failed to make a lower low. So that's interesting. So this is one of the few times we could finally paint a swing fail to the low side. All right, I have to wrap this up real quick. Got to take a phone call. So let's see. We did make a low. We did find support, new support over a 448. Finding resistance on our previous support line. All right. And then attempt again. This is almost a flip right here. So keep your eyes on this trend. It'll probably come down in like an hour. So here's your flip. Here's your flip right here. But on the hour, you've already lost it, right? So keep your eye on that. If you are able to flip that, temporarily, I would say just long the channel to historical 866. I wouldn't get too greedy with something like this because it's wildly unpredictable. But you can certainly set some targets up here. You just don't want to get stuck here where you do this and you swing all the way back down for 100% loss. Swing up for another fail, only just to lose 100% again. Swing up for another huge one, just for another 100% fail. All right, so this you got to play, carefully. All right, you could easily lose everything very quickly. I mean, you can easily gain, 100% in a candle. So you just have to be mindful of that. All right, but if you're playing this flip right here, I wouldn't get too overly crazy with it. Could maybe do something like, 29% is nothing to scoff at, right? So if you can pull 29% off of this, I'd probably cut my losses or cut my gains at like 20% just to lock it in, based off of how this coin trades. 30%, give or take. All right, cool. All right, that'll wrap it up for tonight on the daily and the weekly Sunday. 26. All right. Anyway, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I want to see you guys out in the exchanges. And until then, happy trading.